Hi, this is Elizabeth Swider with Carisera Geriatric Care Management. I'm here with Tina and John Ross at Simple Comforts in Charlottesville, Virginia, and they're going to give us a little overview of mobility devices.
Right. We start out with canes. That's your basic mobility device when you are needing a little bit of extra help. Maybe you've got a bad hip or knee, or your balance is starting to go a little bit. Don't hesitate to move into a cane. Forget your pride, move into a cane. We've got a wide variety of canes, both the quad canes, large and small based quad canes, and your standard adjustable canes. I do want to show real fast how important it is to adjust your cane to fit your size. So when you relax your arm at your side, not stiff, but just relax, and you bring your wrist up, that is where the cane should fit. If it's too tall, you're going to do shoulder damage if you're putting any weight on it. If it's too low and you're leaning over, you're going to do some back or hips or problems. So it is important to use the right size cane. This happens to be a cane tip that is very popular right now, so it allows your cane to stand up by itself, which is awesome, sort of like that hurricane that they're advertising, but this one's a little bit better. You can put it on any cane you might already have. If your cane falls over, you just bring it right back up to yourself without having to bend over and pick it up. So it's pretty cool. From canes, you're going to probably move into a walker, and you can get a walker without wheels, just like this. So you would, take a step, put it in front of you, take some steps, or you can get a walker with wheels, which is generally what most people prefer once they just need some support to walk around. And then there are glides or tennis balls that you can put on the back for it to move a little bit easier. So we go from canes to walkers, and then some people decide, you know what, I want to be able to sit down, I want to be able to get up and go and shop and have a basket and a seat. So this is called a rollator. Very popular, you see them everywhere. They have brakes, so you always push down to put the brakes on before you sit down. And then, so important to use them properly. You can't lean on them, even though the brakes are on, they're still going to move. So you just have to back yourself up to them and lower yourself down, sit, push yourself back up with your arms, turn around, take the brakes off, and then you can get going again. They roll very easily. There's also a three-wheeled rollator that some people prefer. It's sort of a little sporty model, but you can't sit down with it. But it's got a bag and a basket and a little tray, so you can still haul all your goodies around, but not sit down. And for some people, it really is the best option, because you might be worried that they may fall when they're using one that they can sit down on. With this one, they know they can't sit down, but they've got something easy to roll around to get them around. The handles are all height adjustable on rollators, so this one is actually a little bit too tall for me, but they're height adjustable here on the side.
They all also fold up really easily.
Right, they all do fold up. You take the basket out and just lift up on them. And they're lightweight, so they're generally pretty easy for someone to be able to put them in or out of the car by themselves. And then from a rollator, a lot of people call and they ask us if we have wheelchairs or if we rent wheelchairs, and we do. We have a rental program here where we rent all this equipment. And I'll always ask, well, how are you going to be using it? Oh, well, my mom's coming to visit, we're going to graduation, we're going to be, shopping or whatever, and I'll be pushing her around. So I usually will say, you really don't want a wheelchair, you want a transport chair, and these are the transport chairs, and they come with swing-away footrests. They're very lightweight, they're easy to push someone around, and then when you need to fold them up, they fold up this way, they fold down this way. They're lightweight and easy to put in and out of the car, whereas a wheelchair is a backbreaker. But if someone needs to get around by themselves and they need the big wheels on the side, then obviously they do need a wheelchair, but sometimes they're confused between a wheelchair and a transport chair. So, and there are, on the wheelchairs, there are regular swing-away footrests like this, or there are elevated footrests that actually come up and they'd be straight out for someone who needs to keep their leg elevated. Maybe they've broken their leg and they're in a cast and it has to stay out straight. So wheelchairs, transport chairs, rollators, walkers, and canes.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
So tell us about this combo, Tina.
Right. The combo rollator transport chair is a popular item because if you want to be pushing someone around, it's your basic transport chair with the swing away footrests. And then if the person wants to be able to use it themselves as a rollator, these can be stored away underneath in a bag, left at home, whatever. And then this just flips the other direction and becomes their rollator so that then they can be able to sit down. And it's nice sometimes to have one piece of equipment instead of two, so that they've always got what they have or what they need on hand. So lightweight, easy to use.
It's a great option.
Yep. You know what I didn't tell you is we actually have the accessories too. So if someone owns a walker or they're purchasing a walker, there's the tennis balls, the little glides, the wheels. So if you own one without wheels and you just want to add the wheels onto it, you can do that. The little cup holders, the baskets, trays. So if someone wants to, you know, doll up their walker, we've got all the accessories for that too. And then a lot of people who are in a wheelchair if they're sitting for long periods of time, they need some pressure relief. So we've got a lot of different cushions to provide that pressure relief, which is good.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.